Holy moly. Welcome to THL Salty Saturday. I'm one of your hosts for the evening. It's Saku. I am joined by some famous THL players. One's named Ron Mexico. You may have heard of him, seen him on Twitch. And the other counterpart is Brushy Tuna. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, Saku. Glad to be here.
I'm salty.
I mean, kinda. I'm here with
I'm
Tuna,
angry.
so it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate it.
But
That's why he brought us in.
overall-
He's like, which two casters are salty at each other? Yeah, it's perfect. Let's bring him in for Salty Saturday.
Exactly.
Ugh.
That's where it all fits.
The
So-
happiness of being here to cast with Saku is slightly offset by the unhappiness of being here with Tuna. But we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be great. We have a fantastic hero match for you guys tonight. This is a showdown between Lulu MK1 and Chewy. In the Purple Conference, Lulu MK1 of the Itchy Sweaters and Chewy of A Persistent Mountain. Both teams looking pretty good to start the season at 1-1, 19 and 18 points apiece. And A Persistent Mountain has a very slight lead so far in the series, with Super Center taking a 3-1 over Biko. And 2 games left to be played, the first of them being the one you'll see tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun little match. Some of Ron's favorite classes are shown here. We had Priest for both sides tonight, with Lulu MK1 having DK, Paladin, Priest, and Rogue going up against Chewy's DK, DH, Mage, and Priest. But lucky for Ron, one of the priests is gone. Chewy did.
Thank you,
ban
Chewy. Thank you for
Lulu
doing that.
MK1's
Much
priest.
appreciated for the priest ban.
And Lulu banned Chewy's DK, so we don't have to watch whatever monstrosity DK is on Chewy's side of the board. So we might be able to get out of here within 4 hours, maybe 5.
We'll see.
So
We'll see. Yeah, there's still a priest and there's still a DK.
yeah, Mage is an interesting bring, especially in Hero that I haven't seen. At
Absolutely.
all.
So Chewy will have the Demon Hunter, Mage, and Priest to get through. And Lulu, of course, with the DK, Paladin, and Rogue. This being Hero Series, as always, whatever class wins the first game will stay up, and whatever class loses will be eliminated from the options to queue, as the players kind of figure out their counter queues and overall ordering of how they queue up their games is so much more important in Hero than it is in any other series. So it'll be very interesting to see how the players decide to address this.
Or you could just do what I used to do and just not care about that.
I can love darts at a dartboard, dude.
Yeah, it's
Or
why
no
put brain
dartboard,
thought into
just
it?
lob darts. Yep.
Yeah, just lob.
Honestly, if you lose, just blame RNG. You're like,
Yeah.
listen, I clicked the RNG on what class to lead with, and it gave me the wrong one. It's not my fault.
Exactly. It's always Google's fault for random number generator.
There you go. There you go. So I just told both the players to start. So for our viewers, we're going to click on Chewy's eyeball first to spectate. So they'll be at the bottom of the screen with Lulu MK1 at the top of the screen. So see
It's
how.
like I'm clicking the button, but there's no eyeball.
Oh,
Taco.
sorry.
Taco.
Not sorry. That's a Blizzard thing. I can't fix that one. As much as I'd like to. So what do you think they're going to come out first?
All right.
Oh,
Chewy's gonna
definitely
bring
click
Priest.
the random button.
No, it's Priest versus DK, match 1. Here we go.
Solid.
Just to start Ron on tilt.
There are some counter cues maybe that you can line up here. I'm not sure what each player is going to view as like the most disposable class, basically, to like start off with. But I could definitely see Lulu doing something like leading with Rogue to anticipate Chewy's not leading with DH and try to get a Rogue win through first before DH lines up the queue, and then you can queue Paladin to beat the DH and so on. Maybe Chewy just leads DH for that reason, kind of expecting it. Otherwise, maybe we see different levels of mind games. It's always interesting. But here we go. The players are in.
Players are
I see
in.
eyeballs.
It is Mage and Rogue. Brushy's tuned this in, I think, wasn't it? You called this, didn't you?
No. I
Oh.
said Priest versus
Oh.
DK. To
Yeah,
Roy
Tuna
Ron.
was way off.
Yeah.
So are you.
That's why I'm saying close.
Classic. What are you talking about? I called Rogue from Lulu.
No.
What do you mean way off?
Oh, there's an ancient.
Says the guy who wasn't even in the same ballpark.
No, I'm in the same ballpark.
Get out of here.
I'm just in the nosebleed sections, and you're like front row.
So here's a trick question there, Brushy. What series are we casting right now?
Duos.
Nailed it.
Incorrect.
I mean,
Battlegrounds.
hey, look, me and Tuna are here in call. That's got to be duos.
That's
right?
duos.
It's Bose. You're correct.
Fun fact: Ron and I used to forget to submit our duos every week.
Trade
All right,
secrets.
we've got some thrilling first couple turns gameplay where both players have elected to press the button. Pretty exciting. We can see, of course, that the rogue for Lulu is a Protoss rogue, as evidenced by the Protoss card that they played. It's a good clue.
Ron, you ever just Rising Waters here? Or you leave this alone?
I mean, I probably would just kill it. I don't like it, and you don't have good ways to spend your mana, and the Rising Waves is fine, so I don't mind it here.
That's a really good top deck right now.
Oh, we found the good card to do the funny thing. All right, out comes the Harbinger, bouncing it, getting a 4/4 stealth and randoms.
Lulu's a pro
Randoms are
gamer.
not bad. That's a pro gamer move right there.
I already said that pretty much. Thanks for mimicking me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
We might just go for coin Ancient of Yore, but maybe Chewie just wants to get the Chad guard down as quickly as possible. The board's a little bit awkward though.
Nah, just Ancient of Yore. 5 armor. It's like not even that
5
much
armor,
damage.
draw a card. What's not to like? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Does Chewie just like control Protoss Mage?
Yes.
Yeah.
The idea of the mage is to just continually gain armor and stall and freeze and eventually get to the point where you can play enough Protoss spells to juice the Colossus so that the Colossus will kill them.
Yeah, the Colossus is so gross. Oh, should have played around 38 damage from hand. Like
He's a big boy. He does some big damage.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Still
Unplayable.
12 mana at the moment, so not very playable for the foreseeable future. But there are plenty of other plays here. Chewie's going to opt for looking for some armor gain. Probably going to go with the glyph and the battery. See what he finds in the glyph.
Crossbow's
Good enough. Just hold the bolt or hit the spider.
You know, spiders are pretty gross, especially this one. This one's disgusting looking. Really, really well done in the art. I don't want that thing touching me again. Oh, we don't.
I like holding the bolt here. I think it makes sense. All right, out comes a Dark Templar, hoping to stick the Templar with stealth in order to get an Archon for the next turn with the other Templar in hand. See if Chewie can find any way to remove that. Which,
nope.
Yes, if you bolt the Necromancer, it works perfectly fine with Rising Waves. I like this move.
Because I can't math. Why would let me do that?
It was an impossible spot.
Yeah.
Only Chewie could solve that.
Only Chewie can solve that
Insane
math.
spot by Chewie.
Insane. Thank goodness
All
someone
right.
here can do math.
Awkward spot for Lulu now. Was very much hoping, of course, to be able to Archon, and now things are looking kind of rough.
You just Templar again?
I guess.
Kill it 3/4 and then photon cannon down the Ancient of Yore.
It's always weird and awkward with how you want to use the photon cannon with discounts. Not holding Scoundrel or Sonya makes it to where you're like, okay, it probably won't matter. But getting a discount now prevents the Artanis from getting the Templars to 4 and then the 4s going to 1 with the Scoundrel play to get extra Archons, which is often what this rogue is trying to do. So I can see why Lulu opted to not use the cannon. All right, what's in the tide pools?
Yeah, I love this tide pools card. It's so
There's
much
so many spells in there.
Yeah. Like 9 spells.
Tsunami's kind of sweet. Yeah. Hell yeah, we take a tsunami.
12. Ooh, another photon cannon? Yep, absolutely.
Probably Resonance Coil because it's more Protoss cards.
Stop being right.
I mean, you just want to juice up the Colossus as much as possible.
They gotta get the discount. We can't play it yet.
But Lulu is able to make an Archon. Here we go. And there's an Artanis to follow up soon. You maybe just want to jam the Photon Cannon face at this point, just to spend your mana more efficiently, get a card out of hand to make space for the tree. You're really just kind of sending it. It's time. Just try to murder him before it is the thing. And look at that Resonance Coil top deck. Easily clear up the Archon. Might want to still Photon Cannon this for a discount.
Yeah. The battery off the Resonance is real nice.
Okay, so still holding back a Resonance Coil for more things. The Colossus currently is going to be doing 14 damage when it comes down. There's 1 mana off getting played. And crucially, Chewie does not have an ice barrier here with this secret. So Lulu's going to find out that, yep, still taking a whole bunch of damage. Also not counterspell. There's a very good argument to not play the Zealot here and push the extra 3 just to hold it for buffing with the tree, but you kind of, a lot of times, just have to say, no, it'll stick. I can push more damage. All right. Chewie on the rope, sitting here at 8 health. What do we do, Tuna? How do we not die?
Hold on. I've got this.
I'm taking the counterspell.
I love the counter-spell option, given that the opponent's hand is literally tree and not another spell.
I'm trying to think if I'm Chewie, right? Like, actually, like if we're able to clear this board up with like Tsunami or something, or Blizzard it, I would take the counterspell to try to buy me another turn. Where I was.
I like the cannon pick, just more Protoss spells. Probably going to use the Tsunami now.
Yeah.
There is a world where all 3 miss and Chewie Omega tilts.
Oh,
yep. Chewie's on Omega tilt right now. That is game over because the thing didn't freeze the thing.
The thing didn't freeze the thing.
Disaster RNG for Chewie at the end of that game. All right, so there you have it. Game 1 in the books. Chewie's mage has been eliminated, and the rogue stays up. So we expect that he almost certainly will go with the Demon Hunter next as the counter cue for the rogue.
What if we just priest?
What if we just priest?
What if it's like aggro priest, Ron? You know?
What if it's aggro priest? Great input, Tuna.
I mean, you had great input there with just what if it's aggro priest?
Listen, this is professional broadcasting right here.
Yeah.
We are providing maximum effort with analysis like, what if this?
Stay tuned, folks, for the 24-hour tournament held by Ron Mexico and Brushy Tuna immediately after this game.
Hey, we already did that.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
The tuna.
It felt like 24 anyway. I'm pretty sure.
I remember that, Rod. That was.
I'm pretty sure we lost our minds like what,
6
an hour in, maybe.
I mean,
I don't think we made it that long.
I remember us screaming McGurgle for like 9 straight hours.
Hey, it was McGurglin and vibin'. That's all I remember. That's all I need to remember. The rest of it is just a haze of insanity. All right, the players are really in the tank here for
Not
what
the
the
players.
next queue is going to be.
One player is in the tank on what the queue is going to be. Turns out Lulu has a
That's
real
fair.
easy choice.
That's
on
fair. The
what
other
their
one
next
has a
is.
mandatory decision to make.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They might have decided to take a break or something. You know,
Yeah.
shake out the jitters. Maybe Chewie needed to take a meltdown break
After watching that tsunami, just
because I'm pretty sure if
Hilarious.
Tsunami just freezes the minion a single hit, he's not dead on that turn.
he probably actually wins.
I don't know if he wins. It was
Well,
real close.
He puts him in range of the Colossus the following turn. If two.
Yeah. No, he might have won there. It's
Yeah.
just I don't remember what the top deck was,
What
Yeah.
you've unleashed.
and if there was any other additional damage the rogue could have come up with.
10,000 years.
Man, this awesome.
All right, but here we go. The moment
Demon
we've been
Hunter.
waiting for: Demon Hunter versus Rogue.
I'm so glad they banned the infinite armor Demon Hunter.
Or did they?
This is play like ball hog and stuff in this version.
I mean, Chewie still has a DK, so there is
Yeah.
there is still the chance that we can get all of the armor.
You mean the DK that we're currently? Wait, no, Chewie doesn't.
This is Demon Hunter.
Chewie doesn't have DK.
yeah.
Don't hang up.
Chewie has a DK.
No.
Oh wait, his got banned. That's right. Lulu has a DK still.
There we go.
Damn it. It's fine. Fine.
That's what I was
know
gonna
what's
say. I was
happening.
like, you mean from the person whose DK was banned? But you thought I was messing up names.
I did.
Fool.
I do feel foolish.
Good.
All right. Let's see what choice he opts to go for with
Ron,
the
is
Tusk
there a
Piercer.
reason why
Does
we
he
didn't play
use
Tusk
the weapon
Piercer
charge or
one?
no?
Yeah.
The reason to
explain
not
that
use the weapon charge is cliff dive on 6 because you want to pull Inquisitor and be able to actually punch face with the weapon so Inquisitor goes face.
one. I see. Okay.
And if you don't have a weapon equipped on turn 6, then Inquisitor doesn't
Can't
get
do
to
it.
send its 8 or 16 damage upstairs, which you would very much like to do.
Really?
Yeah, as it
2,
happens,
3,
face damage is relevant in Hearthstone. I mean, sometimes, it depends on the matchup.
Tell me you would love to do 16 damage for 6 mana.
I have
what
to
you're telling
thank
me, Ron?
you for that.
I would like that. I happen to enjoy dealing damage. It's actually my favorite combo is damage plus damage. I don't know if I've told you that before.
No. I think your 20,000 Hunter wins told me that.
I like combo decks. What can I say?
I like combo decks that the combo is defeating my opponent.
All right, a little bit of clunky draws right now for the rogue at the moment. Tragically holding Shadow Step with no Harbinger. So just gonna take it a little bit slow, equip the weapon. Protoss Rogue does have a slightly better chance, I believe, against Demon Hunter than the rest of the rogues. Because it mainly lines up with like getting Archon stuff, and they have 2 of the pieces. They just need some Archon things too, or some Templar things.
Oh, we didn't draw
Ooh.
ball hog. That's rough.
Missed the. I was gonna say 50-50, but there's actually a Fellbat in this list. But there's
Yeah.
probably not a second one, so that was most likely a 50-50. Chewie just lost.
You don't know that. Chewie could be playing 2.
I don't know that.
I
Who
grew
do you
But-
think you are?
patient.
Legend,
I can
Legend
guess.
player Ron Mexico.
I think, yeah, you kind of have to go for the turn policy. Hope you hit the ball hog. He does, and there it is. You
Well, this
never
definitely
lose
sets
the
up
coin
that-
flip followed by the 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Surely not. Who would ever do that?
Who would have thought? Here comes Scoundrel and the Void Ray, probably.
Yep.
Get the extra stats.
Some pretty good tempo. 5/4 Divine Shield on the board. And crucially, Lulu has also drawn a High Templar now. So the setup is there for Sonya, Scoundrel, and the Templar shenanigans for Archons. Chewie a little bit off curve, not drawing that ball hog, but still probably just wants to play the ball hog here, clear up the 3-2.
Mhm.
I'm a bit surprised he elected to swing the weapon and not have the option, or I guess, not necessarily deny the option, but the upside for Cliff Dive.
No, Cliff Dive he still has to play.
Oh,
for
wait, when did he? I thought he swung that weapon already. Never mind. Disregard what I
because
said.
he swung the weapon
He
last
still has
turn,
another
Ron.
charge.
Return policy, got a new one.
That's what
and
happened.
Equipped it.
There's another weapon.
Oh, nothing but professionals here, team. We are, yeah.
Nailed it. Nailed it. I'm locked in. Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
So we're skipping out on the Artanis setup for Archons, and now saying we need to find another photon cannon if we want to do
Ooh.
Sonya Archon things. Which, I mean, reasonable since they were not holding Artanis. Hey, look, the big guy went upstairs. Get him.
But it wasn't double big guy.
Oh, wow. What a top deck. Okay, well, who needs the Artanis setup when you have the other photon cannon? So here we go. That will discount the Templar down to 4 so that the Sonya play is available.
How long can you hold you?
Here we go. Who doesn't love a free Archon?
I'm pretty sure that people losing to free Archon.
Yes.
To be honest.
That's a lot of damage.
Is Lulu not just dead next turn?
I mean, Chewie would have to high roll.
Doesn't this? Well, Chewie doesn't have that many minions left, right? Is this double Inquisitor? Oh, we have a Magtheridon. That's right. Okay.
I think there was still another Fell Hunter in the deck, too.
No. It died off the previous Cliff Dive.
Oh, okay.
Are you paying attention at all?
Yeah, about as much as I do in every game that I play. What?
You have watched Ron's stream, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I'm
Ron.
so happy you guys are here.
It just
Lulu
happened
alive
last
on
turn.
1 health here and
Yeah, Lulu's
takes
taking the honorable way out.
the honorable way out. Yep, spotted lethal.
Found
hell of a
lethal
spot.
easy. Yep.
And as we pretty much expected, the counter gets through. Chewie evens up the match at 1 game apiece. Rogue is now eliminated, and Chewie's Demon Hunter will stay up.
I just found out that this is Lulu's first time on stream, so
Nice. Also, our apologies that it had to be with us.
Yeah. The sadness that it is of Ron and Tuda.
All right. So what we're gonna see next, almost certainly, is Lulu queuing up the Paladin, which is a counter matchup to the Demon Hunter, and then
Come on.
assuming that gets through, like it's favored would be, Chewie would be down to Priest.
Yeah. Checkmate, Ron.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, they might have brought hand buff DK then, which is an even harder counter to Demon Hunter. I didn't think they'd go that hard on beat up Demon Hunter, but Lulu must be a Demon Hunter hater because this is like a 70% matchup
oh my
for
goodness.
the DK, and they drew the good card.
They drew the
In
best
that
card. I
5
love
mana
this
one
card.
there.
I love this puppeteer. Just an amateur, just like us, Ron.
Hey,
Hey. And this set gave us ants, spiders, all kinds of creepy crawlies.
what a curve with the Baron in hand to follow up with the Buccaneer. Everything coming up Lulu right now.
Yes.
A citadel stands
This filter is so much fun.
All right, Reborn Baron. Lulu hits another minion you very much want to hand buff as much as possible. Chewie does not have a good hand.
No.
Things are not looking so good.
Baron? Nope.
You really need to save red card for
Yeah.
Puppeteer, and even then it just feels so hopeless because you kind of need to murder them around the same time that the Puppeteers kind of wake up. Because once it wakes up, it just gives all the buffs, and then you're sort of hopeless. So I like this. Just spend the mana, get another minion on board that's sticky, ship in some damage as you wait to do your turn 5 play that says, I win the game. All right, should we make some minions? Kills an ant. Rip ant.
Hashtag repent.
We'll miss you. Wait, what do you think they're going to do on turn 5? Oh, too late. They did the thing. And honestly, this is kind of the point where if you're Chewie, you're like, please don't have the Puppeteer. Please don't have the... Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't exactly known that it was hand buff, right? Just yet? Just because the package that was shown already is kind of just all over any kind of like...
You pretty much know. When you see the ants,
DK?
you pretty much know.
Okay,
the other
yeah.
DK decks have cut the ants. And then when you see Buccaneer into Chill Fallen, you're all but convinced. There was a chance maybe that it was some weird thing that wasn't hand buff, but you kind of know, like, come turn 5, yeah, it's coming down and it's gonna be bad. So Chewie uses the red card, saved it for this, and that buys a little bit of time, but not much.
And blood tap off the top? Oh, no.
Yeah, this is... I mean, this is why the
no.
matchup is just so
Yeah, it's-
horrifically bad for
Demon Hunter. Yeah.
the Demon Hunter. As we see, a
Another
very
blood
slight
tap.
order lull that does not get punished, never punished, easy. You always draw a spell, not a minion, after buffing first before the draw. Love it, love it. Strictly correct.
That's because Lulu stacked their deck perfectly. They know what's coming wrong.
It's extended BM, Tuna.
Yeah.
You know you're so far ahead that you can make
Don't care.
the tiniest of misplays that would never realistically matter and then not get punished for it. All right. Chewie spends some mana.
The slow climb begins.
Mostly futile attempt
Yep.
to not get run over by the deck that's gonna run him over. Yeah, just blood tap, Puppeteer, play some stuff. This one's so over. What do you do, though? What are the cards that you play?
Yeah.
Zombie tank? I mean, surely you're playing the Puppeteer, but I don't know. At this point with the mana, maybe you use the 3 mana card in hand. Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't hate going Geist there. And just play whatever you got from the Geist as well. But the sooner the other Puppeteer comes down, the better. And it just looks immensely hopeless at this point for the Demon Hunter. You try to find some way through. You don't have the tree. You don't have the other red card.
Get all your big cards in hand. So Cliff Dive is...
I don't know, man. If this was ladder, Chewie would already go next.
Yeah.
We can infiltrate, clear 2, so we're not dead. With Defiled Spear. Yeah. As long as this doesn't go face.
You kind of want the Defiled Spear to hit the Puppeteer, I guess, and it does. So perfect hits for Chewie. And then it will be funny how irrelevant that is.
Holy crap, there's no more to this big.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
That's a really big boy. Okay, so I don't know. Chewie needs like a big card, right? He doesn't even want to wait for the draw. Yeah, no, respectable.
Nah, he saw it was a weapon. It was just like, all right, see ya.
Okay, so the counter gets through again. I thought it'd be Paladin, but Lulu is very much a DH hater and just brought the DH hate DK. So hand buff gets through, and Chewie is down to his Priest as his final class. See
Ron,
how
as
this
a,
goes.
as a priest enjoyer, how's this matchup for priest?
Who
Uh,
wants to play?
Yeah.
These
Um,
halls are
next
sacred.
question.
No. I want to know. How's this matchup for priest, Ron? Oh, it's dragon priest.
Well, to answer that question, Tuna, I will consult HS Replay and search for Zarimi Priest and matchups. And it says Zarimi Priest is a 58% against hand buff DK. So that seems decent for Priest.
So there's a high potential we could be going to game 5. 50. Maybe.
My favorite words
In all of Hearthstone.
in all of
Oh, yeah.
Hearthstone. I'm not gonna be able to shout it. I'll get in trouble. But
It's got to happen
Standard
first,
open so
Brushy.
far. Wait, what? Hold up.
Ooh.
What?
What's the matter, Ron?
There was definitely a Lunar Wing messenger that was just offered in that bird watching.
Yes,
What is he cooking?
it's Chewy.
What is he cooking?
It's Chewy, Ron. Are you shocked?
Yes.
He said yes.
I am shocked.
Have you not played Priest before, Ron? Not this one.
I can't say that I have, but I have played against Priest,
There you go.
and I have not very often seen the any imbue package in a Dragon Priest. So I'm curious now about the list. The rest of the stuff does look pretty standard though, with the Green Wing. Yor, I guess, is a little bit more of a defensive package for the Priest, and then obviously just trying to do the Naralex win the game play with Zarimi at the tail end of the game. Not a great looking start for Lulu. Not terrible though. And very nice to get the leeches down, get some extra draw before the puppeteer.
Ooh, and the blood
Players
bath.
are blazing through these
I
games.
know.
Quick decisions. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
I mean, most of these decisions is early game so far. Kind of straightforward. Nothing too crazy.
Leech is putting in work.
Leech is always put in work. The Leech package and wow. You stack your deck. All right, Chewy.
How many dragons has Chewy played so far?
4?
This is probably like the fourth one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This the second little guy. All right, here we go. I'm gonna imbue.
Does the illusion? No, the right off the top. So it is 4.
Interesting options. Scale replica is always really nice, especially to try to help pull illusions because they count as minions, and I think you just generally need it. Even though, I mean, you're probably just pulling the second gift wrap whelp and second briar spawn drake. It still thins the deck too.
I mean,
So
2
you
cards
can-
with 2 mana is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
you
mean
can
they're over
be
there
closer
paying
to drawing
4.
your Zarimi.
Yeah, they're over there paying 4 mana for 2 cards, but they do get leeches.
Those pesky leeches, dude.
When you're at 6 health and your Death Knight opponent's at 80, you're just stealing all your health. Alright, the worst part of Ancient of Lore just happened. It woke up.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Just want the armor and draw a card. Like,
All right, playable enough. Finds an actual way to spend mana off the imbue. Could be worse. Still a lot of leeches on this board, but far less effective with the board of things. What do you do here is the DK. A lot of options.
there's a ton of cards in here. We got Seamstress.
And your board space is really crowded by the leeches too. Quilter is at 4 attack. So maybe just want to beef up the attack of the Quilter and give it poison to clear up the board. Looks like maybe Lulu's opting for that. At least considering it. There's 6 mana left and you can go 4/2. It's not
You can
bad.
also go like Puppeteer, Seamstress, Hero Power.
I think I like that better, considering just you're really not under a lot of pressure at the moment from this board.
No.
So if you juice up the Quilter a little bit more, then it can be devastating on the follow-up turn. Just need to be very aware of how close Chewy is to the combo with Neralex and all the dragons. Chewy, of course, not holding Ysera or Zarimi yet. Makes things complicated. Probably wants to get the Dreadwing down to increase the chances of drawing that. Just say, I'm not dead yet, and then I can double turn.
That does 4? Chewy's a board clear will fly off the shelves this turn.
Just pretty appealing with
Yeah,
Dreadwing
maybe-
in hand.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
fly off the
Dreadwing-
shelves and Dreadwing.
9, yeah. Dreadwing's not bad. You can also just like Vol'jin, like switch one to 7/6s beforehand too. Try to push some extra damage.
I mean, it's a tempo play, but your opponent's at
Yeah.
42. And the thing you need to do the most probably is draw your combo cards that win the game. So I like Chewy just making sure he gets the Dreadwing down so it can die faster, so it can draw, hopefully, at least from his perspective, Ysera and Zarimi, and try to set up the Neralex win con. But still doing perfectly fine here as far as just the position that he's in with a repackage in hand. So if the board gets scary, you just disappear it. And Lulu really needs to find that pressure now. This might be the Quilter turn that we saw set up.
Oh,
Here we go.
Yes, it is.
One spiny poison boy.
Who wins, Dragons or one?
There's
Okay,
the
there's
Ysera,
Ysera.
and no Zarimi yet.
That was Lulu's last poison, I believe.
It was, yes.
Could just go Neralex and Ysera, and then maybe use a Chill Fallen. I mean, I say Chill Fallen. Chillin. Chillin Vol'jin.
Chill Fallen.
Listen, there's a Chill Fallen card in the other deck. Leave me alone. Okay, doesn't want to do that. Just digging for stuff.
You can also just Vol'jin.
So
one of your
maybe
minions.
healer Vol'jin and fly off the shelves or something, just to clear up the poison.
What pretty petals! I should have taken a vacation.
Okay, sure, reasonable. Would have been really funny if he put the stats on the healer and then played a spell and the healer silenced itself. I was sort of, I mean, I know Chewy wouldn't make that mistake, and I feel bad like wishing that on him, but I'm sort of hoping to see it because it'd be really funny.
Chewy, Ron out here just hoping for your downfall. Messed
Hate,
up.
hate, hate. Hate, 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 hate. All right, playing some large gentleman and lady. Bird watching to find Zarimi, win game.
I don't
He's
know.
probably
if
played enough
no
dragons
muncher's
at
a
this point.
Gentleman.
Bird watching for Zarimi, go Neralex, Ysera, and all the things. Oh, I don't know, the No Muncher's actually kind of huge. So I don't know if the
Yeah.
Drake might die from it. Oh, but Disaster, he doesn't find the card he's looking for. So you maybe go Illusion because it's an additional card draw, or Yor just to like be defensive. Yeah, not great, honestly.
I hear
7
ya.
cards in deck, one of them Zarimi, still no showing.
Hero power. Find death. Eliminate no muncher.
Okay, can go Neralex, Ysera, Mixo. Oh no, you might be a little concerned about being dead. if there's like a rusher away through the 6 and you leave 24 damage on board.
I mean, you're not dead. 24 less than 33.
He plays a he plays a double Drake right now. Okay.
You must be a special edition.
Full send. Well, the big dragons are gone. I don't know. I don't love it. There are still buffed things, but that was most of the buffs, so I can see the reasoning still just being like, all right, you don't have enough buffs left to deal with my stats. I respect it.
Oh, this is neat. I've never seen this from this perspective.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Weird
What
options.
did we get? Plus
being
2,
presented.
plus 2, and illusion. Okay. All it showed us was just what the buffs names were.
Well,
not the
pretty
minion.
good outcome from Xavius to hit a buff on Swarm Guard, so a lot of extra stuff on board here now. Go ahead and chip away some of the health on the illusion. And Chewie's still wondering where's Zarimi. I mean, the other things are untargetable, so might as well. Unless you want to Nightshade 3 times on Xavius, it's not
Xavius,
terrible.
yeah.
Oh no, you probably just want to see what you find in Mixo, but it makes sense to lead with the Imbue.
Yeah, I mean, Nightshade
Matriarch costs
clears the
5.
board.
Or no, Matriarch actually would cost 1, because dragons.
Yeah, dragons. It is a Dargon, Ron.
Dagron!
Dagron.
Okay. 2 to everything helps chip through a little
Draw a
bit.
card.
I don't know, kind of annoying.
Nope.
Resummon and draw.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. That might be game over.
Delightful.
Yeah. And the Nightshade 2 gets set up for the Briar Spot and max damage.
Maybe just trade your 6/2 and play Zarimi Dreadwing
Yeah.
just to make the space.
Okay.
Oh no, okay, yeah, that's better
11.
because you want the damage from the Briar Spawn.
You're 12.
Yeah, and that should end it.
Special.
That's
Omega
games.
Stats wins the game when you have 2 turns.
Well, we now know whose stats are bigger. Oh.
Saku, is it the best words in all of Hearthstone? Game 5.
Hey,
Chewie on the... Gonna
The
play
priest. No,
some
the priest.
Dorgans. That's what I said.
Oh, I thought
Some
you'd like
Dorgans.
hesitate. You were like Chewie on the.
No, I wanted to say
like, I forgot
Chewie
what
log.
you're playing.
Lulu with the Paladin. Let's see who can take the series.
Ron, what kind of paladin we looking to have here to beat Zarimi Priest?
You love to see a game 5. Since there was no like option to pick a specific paladin to deal with priest, you're probably just looking at your standard paladin, which is going to be the drunk paladin. It now has innovated running Libram of Clarity and cutting the Slither Spears. We see the Libram in the opening hand, so it's going to be a little bit minion lighter, just to try to have a much higher chance of drawing that, little 3/3 that gets discounted to 0 and gives you a small little inconsequential 8/8 that gets discounted to 0. No big deal.
Nah. Easy.
Easy.
Hey, you found Zarimi this time.
Oh, that was easy. Man, it took forever to find Zarimi last game.
We didn't need it earlier than when we found it. Came in at the perfect time.
All right, very good start for Chewie with 2 of the
Yep.
cheap ones.
You have a
to get
coin
things
here,
rolling.
Ron? Playing both?
I don't know. I think that's what he's definitely like going into the tank
Contemplating.
about. I don't think I'd want to, just because the coin can be super valuable for you for multiple different options.
Oh.
Or you want to
You
see
win-
like where the
win the
buff
50-50.
goes, and if the buff goes on the cheap one, send it. I like it. Okay, so Lulu clearing up a 3-2 does not get the coin for that without the combo, so a pretty significant decision there already.
We'll take the mixologist. There we are.
Lining
Good
up a
curve.
pretty good curve for Chewy here.
Hear me out, Ron.
Paladin still kind of struggling to draw early.
Yeah, we got draw. We got draw. We're good. We're
Or
chilling.
draw playables early, I should say.
We're chilling,
'cause
Volgillin.
a little bit off the board at the moment. Okay.
I mean, we could summon. Put another 2-1. Now we know for sure.
Mixo
there,
probably
so-
takes the summon, but you don't really necessarily want to play it right away.
What if you double summon? Double.
What
two.
if you double summon?
All right,
Well, I don't
freeze
think it
random
offers you
enemy.
a second summon if
Yeah,
you
well.
pick the first one.
Shh, double summon. Cheat.
He's got
cheat,
health
Rob.
and freeze, preparing in advance for 8/8s that can be frozen. And here we go. A couple of holy spells with some draw. Get the light bots down to 0. Top deck dragon is perfect for fly off the shelves. Full clear. Push 6. What's not to like? Spend all mana. Get him.
The fact that we couldn't clear it easier is what not to like, Rob.
Okay, Tuna. Nailed it. Once again. Top tier.
Top tier commentary.
This is being recorded for quality assurance purposes.
We're trying to
All
reach
right,
you
so we
about
see
your extended car warranty.
more holy spells, glow sticks to help clear up the Mixo. O Manager will get the coin in hand and can just go ahead and coin into more holy spells, make these light bots a little bit cheaper for the next turn. Double resistance R is certainly super annoying, but won't really impact Chewy's play at all, since Ancient of Yore probably just comes down.
I like this card a lot.
Unless he
Should
wants to
be
do something, like spicy.
I mean, the other play is
Peddler and special?
Special.
Yeah, just play the York.
It's just gain 5 armor, draw a card.
That's something I just learned, which you can throw double resistance aura at the same time. Or not at the same time.
Yeah,
but-
they changed that a while ago, I think.
Huh.
Like when the auras first came out, I think it was like a couple months after that. They changed it. You could stack them.
All right, so Paladin pretty quickly running out of gas, but the
we
Linessa
got
draw
8/8.
is pretty big with the tree in hand. And there are, of course, 16/16 in stats that just hit the board for 0 mana to go along with that 3/3 taunt.
And what is taunt again?
Can't go
Cheat.
fake.
Taunt is cheat. All right, will Chewy win the random outcome? Doesn't get Omega screwed by the random outcome. Does freeze an 8/8.
66% chance in Chewy's favor. He had it. Wasn't worried.
I think you might have to play the tree here. You just jam the tree and send 11 face.
Yeah.
And you hold back the buff and the damage for Linessa, and you hope something sticks around so you can murder him on the next turn. You maybe throw back the 3/5 into their hand. Seems reasonable enough. And then get him.
And then get repackaged.
Yeah, the repackage is going to hurt. The repackage is going to hurt Lulu a lot. You'd probably have to follow with just Dragon and Elusive Girl once the repackage happens here.
Because you can't.
And
You
just
can't
hope for
leave
the
this
best.
on the board as is. Well, maybe you can. Should we have something spicy?
Well, how many dragons do we have in hand? 3, so Fly Off the Shelves does 4 to
4.
everything. I mean, I don't know. That seems pretty iffy. I
Yeah.
feel like we just play the repackage and say, we're not dead anymore. Hooray.
16. I mean, he's not dead if there's no Linessa.
Right. You don't know that your opponent is
Yeah.
holding Linessa, but you might still be a little concerned and planning for that. because regardless, you still might be taking a whole bunch of damage. Yeah, I think just kind of thinking through his options. Is there a way that I can do something else?
Oh, he does play a Shadow Word Ruin.
Oh, well,
Oh, well,
easy.
that makes that decision a whole lot different.
Yeah, there weren't many spells in the deck to find,
Yeah.
so that was a guaranteed Shadow Word Ruin.
Perks
So
of,
now I'm wondering why he roped it. Did he forget what's in his deck? Maybe he just forgot what was in his deck. He's like, this is guaranteed to hit, right? Right?
Yeah,
I didn't screw this up.
He's not playing with the cheating deck tracker.
I would rope that for sure. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I don't know what
Ooh.
cards are in my deck, dude.
I don't know what cards are.
What do you expect me to remember?
It's really easy to know what cards are in your deck, Ron.
Listen,
say
I
deal
play
damage?
Hearthstone. I don't have object permanence. Leave me alone.
Does it say deal damage? Yep, it's in Ron's deck.
Hey,
It's that simple.
oh, this card said get him, so I put it in the deck. I did good. You sure did, bud.
You sure did it, buddy. You got him.
Full on get 'em mode.
We debated on playing that Ursine Mall for a little bit, and then thinking maybe it's not good enough to go for the 5/5s, or maybe they just want to do like a Ursine Mall, Linessa 5/5s turn all at once. This is where holding that repackage definitely pays off for Chewy a whole lot, because if we see the next play being like Maul plus Linessa for the big board, Chewy can just disappear it.
Find me.
And in the meantime, kind of just looking healthy. Stacking dragons. Zarimi has
Stacking.
3 left. Making a board, pushing some damage. Oh wait, what? That thing costs 4? Oh, yikes.
Oh, it's gonna cost a lot less than 4 here soon.
Okay, well this Awakens does kill the Manessa. Oh wait, are they dead? Oh yeah, they're dead.
No. No.
Nearly dead.
There you go.
That was a lot of damage, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had to double look to see if that was actually lethal, but negative on that particular.
Ron can't math.
So I don't know how Chewy gets out of this at this point now.
We lost our hero power to heal. We
Ooh.
Need that.
not. Yeah, it's good. It's good. No, it's
But
not.
also, do you have enough with Fly Off the Shelves? It does 4. Lifesteal does 8. Lifesteal does the extra, but you can't kill the 3/5 still.
Yeah.
Because you have to target the thing that's gonna die. How do you kill the 3/5? Maybe Scale Replica pulls something good enough. Scale Replica pulls
I mean, scale
enough
replica.
dragons that the Fly Off the Shelves clears,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then
but you
we're
don't have the mana for it.
always dead. I think we're dead anyways. 'Cause we got double weapons.
Yeah,
and
I don't know
hands.
how this works out.
Yeah.
I think Chewy might just say, I have to hope that they don't have the damage in hand.
Yeah. So they don't have the weapon. Well, maybe we hit the taunts.
Well,
There's double
Scale
override
Replica is a
spot.
guarantee of specific things, which
Yeah.
would not be the taunts. So this
forgot
is
we
it.
still
Lulu
said one
takes the
more prize
series.
Alright, but which weapon are we using for lethal?
Yeah, that one.
Good, good.
Oh, it's always Ursine Mall.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And there we go.
Lulu.
Lulu wins their first ever match
Gee.
on stream, right? Right there, Saku.
We are their first match, so
Hell of a series there.
she's
Whoa. This is a family friendly program there, Ron.
Oh, my bad. That was heckin' exciting.
the use of
There we
heckin
go.
is
The
Cleaned
use of
up.
Heckin is strong.
Cleaned up. Did I do good?
Did I
Right,
do
some.
good, Dad?
Do you want to see if Lulu is interested in jumping in for a quick interview or no?
Yep, just double checking right now.
I hope they say no. Be like, who? No, those guys are crazy.
Not those guys. Definitely not. Honestly, respectable decision.
Yeah. I would not be mad at all.
All right. Double checking here. Typing Absolutely. Let
You-
me turn my music off and get ready. No problem.
Can you triple check that they're good for the interview, Saku?
Yes, I can
You've,
screenshot.
you've
if
only
you wish.
double checked. Can you triple check for me?
Triple checked is triple checked. So that's
Thank you.
6 times checked.
Whoa, no, 3 times 3 is 9.
No, it isn't. You
There's
asked
no
me to
way
do
you solved that.
it.
I don't believe it.
That reminds me, Ron, I gotta send you a meme after this where it's like, this guy's like, oh, calc is short for calculator chat if you're just tuning in. It's a really dumb meme, but I gotta send it to you after this.
Oh boy,
It's bad. It is our stupid kind of humor.
fantastic! I can't wait.
Lulu's a little under the weather, but they're just trying to get themselves ready.
Oh,
No worries.
don't put them
In the
this chat
aftermath
with
of
us.
the match, we can talk about how this brings the conclusion of the series down to Tylen Eve or May versus Judo Chop.
Yep.
We are now it was a 3-1 for Super Center and now a 3-2 for Lulu. So we're
So
looking
it's
at
5 to 6.
yeah, very very close.
Lulu's joining us.
I'm sorry,
Let's-
Lulu.
Yep.
Our bad.
You are not prepared.
I don't think they are.
Lulu, congratulations.
Hi. My voice is a little weak because I'm sick. How are you guys doing?
Not bad.
Doing great. Match. Congrats on your win.
Oh gosh, let me turn you down. You're echoing on my speakers.
Oh, good.
Nobody wants that.
That's-
Understandable.
No one wants to hear Ron in the first place, so I understand about hearing echo.
Okay,
It's
I
gotta
should
be
have put on my headphones, but here we are. Yeah. That was a really tough game. Or series. I'm very surprised that I was able to beat Chewy. I feel like they're a better player than I am. But
Hey, you know,
I feel like that all the time, but you played great throughout. You lined up the cues well, and it looked like a well-designed lineup, and it really paid off. So nice job.
yeah. The thing I think the thing that surprised me most, I think the thing that surprised me most was that I still won that last game, despite the fact I realized too late that I played the armaments on the turn when I should have just played 2 minions. I should have played the 4-mana 7/6 and the 2-mana 3/5, and I would have had lethal next turn. If Chewy had Ysera and everything else, I would have been dead there on the spot. So I was just lucky that I guess I pressured them down fast enough.
Chewy also did
sometimes it
not
just
do
comes
all
down
the
to they don't
greatest.
have the thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah.
No, exactly that. Yeah, it's just Chewy. Your turn, like game 5's like opening hands were kind of a little slow for each other, but I mean,
Yeah.
you were able to find Lanessa and the tree there that just always have the pressure because then Chewy's got to play differently the rest of the game, you know. Because you
Yeah,
can't, like,
having the tree with the Linessa was like it was bad early, but once I like realized, or I mean, of course you know what you can do with that, but
Yeah.
once I realized that's how I was gonna win, I was just going towards that.
yeah, just 20 burst damage from hand, not super casual.
Yeah, nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
I loved the full send there to set it up, and it was really close. Like Chewy was holding a repackage for a while there, and it looked like it was
Yeah.
just very much at a point where if you overextended or were able to make like the big board of 5/5s as your attempt at pressuring, he's just disappearing that, and he had a whole lot of health until all of a sudden he had
Oh,
barely any.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah, that was cool.
That was
cool to see.
crazy. Thank you so much for casting, you guys. I can't wait to watch back the VOD.
Oh, don't do that.
you will have to listen to us idiots back and forth
Yeah.
for the entirety of the 5 matches if you watch that. So just a word of warning in advance.
Yeah, it's
But it was a really entertaining series. Game 1 was super fascinating too, with the rogue taking it down because all 3 water elementals missed the 3/4.
That was insane. I cannot believe
Wild,
that.
yeah.
I feel
Chewy
like I
can.
still just like pressuring them as hard as I was. I feel like there was still a chance I had it even if they froze my minion there, but that was crazy.
I think he might have actually won on the next turn because he was holding pretty juiced Colossus.
Oh, okay. Of
It
course,
was
I don't know
gonna be
what's in his
close.
hand.
Yeah,
I-
it was
I-
definitely
yeah.
gonna be close, but once those 3 missed, obviously we knew that was GG, and then we just kinda saw the counter cues lined up from there. We were sort of thinking you'd go Paladin next, but then found out, "Oh, you brought the mega counter to DH, okay."
Well, I wasn't specifically planning on like countering DH. It's just I honestly forgot to send my lineup. I was locked into the same classes as last week. I was like, I need to learn hand buff Death Knight. I don't think Menagerie Death Knight is gonna work into somebody who's bringing Mage and Demon Hunter. And
Oh
so
my
I did
god.
that. I'm really sad that my aggro priest brew didn't get to go, but oh well.
You guys, Lulu's my new favorite. She
Does it
forgot
submit
to set her
lineups?
lineup.
Yep.
I feel that in my soul.
Lulu,
Let's
you're
go.
welcome. You're welcome in this casting booth anytime when Ron and myself.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I don't want to take up like the rest of the stream. I'm sure you have like a wrap up to do, right?
We do, but that's
Of
okay.
course,
yeah.
it's just Saku making fun of us and then hitting entry buttons.
Yeah,
so
then
like
hitting-
it's nothing crazy. You
Happy
know?
to have you as long as you want to be here. If
Yeah.
you got to go too, we'll respect your
No,
time.
no, I don't. I just internally anxious.
It's quite okay. So
God,
Respectable for sure.
yesterday I almost lost to somebody playing APM Rogue, and I didn't know that deck was real in Wild, and I flamed them, and it was apparently Booger apparently streams all the time, so his chat made fun of me. So that might be going through the community. that happened yesterday, and now I did this. Oh well.
Delightful. Hey, everybody's got to go through that here and there. We've had plenty of mistakes. Can you talk us through any of the other just like highlight moments from the game? Obviously, there were some specific like lethals, but how did you feel about just the lineup in general and your chances going into a strong player like Chewy?
Like I felt that I probably should have brought Ashamain Rogue, just because Chewy does play in Top Legend, and I expected Protoss Rogue to be weak into the decks that he is used to. But I knew Protoss Rogue very, very well. I liked the new Blink that some people were running, so I have that in my version of the deck, and I was sort of just counting on like having the Templars, that those rogue games. I kept just tempoing out like Templars and cannons and stuff like that, and just in if I drew the thing that I need, one of the things that I needed next, then it would win me the game. Play to your outs. That's just why I was playing that rogue game, so those rogue games so fast, is just because I played so much Protoss Rogue.
Yeah, I mean, there was a crucial moment in that game where you opted to go for the cannon for the discount with no Artanis in hand and no cannon in hand either. And you're like, all right, well, I kind of need to use this cannon now, so hopefully I just draw the other cannon. And then you did, and then it basically won. It was a huge moment.
Yeah, and I felt like I still had like, if I drew Blink or either of the other Templars, I had stuff that I could still do with those discounters, but I thought, like I said, play to your outs. If I draw the other cannon, then I'm gonna get a huge Sonya win here.
Absolutely. It was definitely a very entertaining series. We love when matches go to game 5, and it felt like it was very much kind of planned out. Even if you maybe forgot to submit the lineup, it didn't look that way because
Well,
everything was counter cued really well.
that's because I have a really good coach, Nomad Farmer. He taught they taught me this strategy for learning the counter cues that is very effective. It's not like a secret or anything. You can filter the Vicious Syndicate matchup win rate table, and you should.
Yeah, super important in Hero. Don't do the tuna strategy in Hero anyway, of just
Look.
RNG everything.
that's right.
It's
Use the
fine in the other series. It's not so good
You
in
know, I
Use the
have
Hero.
wheel.
an incredibly positive hero record, right? Like,
Hey, but Google knows what it's talking about for you, I guess.
yeah. Google random number generator always does me justice.
Okay. Well.
All right.
I think that's everything I have. Thank you so much for having me.
course.
And hope to do more competitive Hearthstone.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much
Yeah.
for agreeing to have your match on stream. We always love having people to cast, and it was a great time. Congrats again on your win.
Especially new players.
I might try to do it again if you guys don't get annoyed of me.
Oh,
Try.
oh no, please.
We would
Oh.
never. We get annoyed with each other, but
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Well,
We'll
thank you
reserve
so
all that
much.
for that.
Have a wonderful night, guys.
You too,
Bye.
Lulu. Take care.
Bye.
You too.
It's always
There you have it.
refreshing. Yeah, always refreshing to have new players and get their
They
first
seem
win on stream.
so nice,
I
and I
know.
feel so bad they have to have us.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna be honest.
Listen, this is just how it goes. All right, people who sign up for a match to be casted by us
They just
also
don't
have to
know.
listen to us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they knew it was gonna be us, right? Like,
Oh yeah, that's
after
bad luck.
afterwards. Yeah.
Listen, they play Hearthstone. They're used to low rolling. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Low rolled the stream up and the casters at the same time. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh man,
Not you
Got
guys.
I got two idiots as a caster.
Well,
They at least have
tomorrow.
Saku.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit.
True.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
we do have two matches. So one's gonna be 10 a.m., which I thought was 10
Oh my
p.m.
Goodness.
Yeah, I know. That's an early to rise. So we got Ramiat and Temis that are going to be at the 10 a.m. spot with Walkerman joining me on that morning cast.
Okay.
And then we're going to have, I think that's a pro match. I'm pretty sure it's pro. And then we're going to have another hero match with Kira and Chewbacca going at it at 8 p.m. Eastern. So a little bit of a...
You know what? I might reach out to my opponent Saku and see if we can get you a second match for tomorrow night.
All right. Let me know. You going to cast
No,
it?
wait. Yeah, I'll cast my own match. I got you.
Things happen.
That would
Miracles
be
happen.
impressive.
It would. And Tuna winning at the same time, that would be cheating, of course. But still.
Right? Well, no. I just cast only seeing my side.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's
Tuna
just a
and
pure
just
tuna
me.
perspective cast.
True. But we can always go, oh, he's going to do it. That way it throws Tuna off.
Yeah.
So
True.
Okay. Well, any last words from our dynamic duo here?
Absolutely not. I've said all the shenanigans I've already had tonight.
Don't count on a Tuna and Ron cast again anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuna very
No.
busy.
It's always a
Ron
pleasure.
Ron never leaves
I
his
love being
computer.
here with you, Saku, and Tuna is also here. And and it's a blast just getting to cast THL matches and be a part of the great community that just keeps on going. This is season 30 of
I
THL.
know.
It's crazy,
I know.
and I just want to keep this going for as long as we can. So it's great, and thanks to everybody who showed up to watch and people who get their matches on stream. It's always a great time.
Yeah, don't be shy. Reach out. Try to get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, it's just a matter of pinging some casters and getting things loaded up and ready to go for you. So thanks everybody for joining the stream. Thanks to Ron Mexico and Brushy Tuna for providing the wonderful and lively entertainment as per normal. I miss it. So see everybody tomorrow morning. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.